Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Tuesday? On this Tuesday, after the long weekend, which was sort of too much for me, too much fun, and my wife is pissed at me why I stayed up too late on a Saturday. Well, yeah, I should not have stayed up too freaking late. You know, I was with my friends and we were hanging out in Manhattan, and you know, we went to play. What do you call the? No, we just ended up going there to have dinner, right? And before that, we ended up at the driving range actually. Driving range at Chelsea Piers, golf. That was nice, And if you are in Manhattan on a Saturday after Thanksgiving, well, we should have just come home, Well, whatever. All right, nothing bad happened. It just that I felt like I just had too much. Like, it's like fucking like being out there, even just itself, late. It's not good, But in any case, so yeah, my wife is pissed, but I'll talk to her, right? I love her. Um, oh, why are you staying up too late? Blah blah blah, right? But in any case, um, sorry, I'm just checking my emails and text messages, mostly my work emails. All right, that's it. It's 10:22 at night on Tuesday, and so technically, is it technically or practically? We are in winter now. Means I have the heat blasted up, right? I have the heat blasted up, and it was freaking cold today. Oh my freaking god! It was cold. Oh my freaking god! You know, it was cold. And what's the temperature for the rest of the week? Does it matter, sir? It's December now, almost, right? November. It's November 20th, 2023. Just 1 month left. Just 1 month left in 2023, and then the age moves forward faster, exponentially. Oh, Saturday is 50 degrees. There you go. It's not bad, right? To play some golf. But in any case, I miss my wife. I wish that she was here, Absolutely. She and I should be together. This is the time for us to be together, And yeah, I get it. She's pissed at me. And but that's fine. I love her. Yeah, so it's the typical, I think, like kind of late fall, early winter weather, right? In New York, Northeast. What's going on, huh? I'm looking forward to actually going to Florida for 2 days, actually 3 days, 2 days technically, like, right? Friday and Saturday, and yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not. I'm going with a friend of mine, and we're just going to like have some good time, play some golf, have some good time. All right, that's it. And What else? Am I using and so much that I don't have any fucking sentences that I can make, right? Um, I was just finishing up some work, obviously, Um, and I was just recovering yesterday as well, fucking long weekend. You just fucking and another friend of ours actually he came from Houston and then he stayed with me for 2 days, right? What did I do for Thanksgiving? I didn't do anything. Him and I basically went into a bar right here in Jersey City, uh, and I think that was the only bar that was open, and there were a lot of people in there, probably tourists, right? And we had a couple of beers and some food, and that's what I did on Thanksgiving. I didn't go to Long Island. Usually that's where I go to. It's just too far. It's just too fucking far to go to Long Island. In any case, how is everyone doing, huh? I I am sort of kind of not happy, obviously. Why not, sir? Well, the usual, right? Um, the usual that I have to, wait for my wife for so long, right? In any case, I think I'm hoping. Oh, by the way, so I sent that letter to Senator, right? Our senator from New Jersey. His office, Bob Menendez. Apparently, he's embezzled in some other his own problems, right? Uh, but you can get onto senators' websites and then you can basically fill in information and then you send them the online whatever form, right? Listen, I'm a U.S. citizen and my wife's case is pending. We're still waiting. Blah blah blah. Right. So I did that, and let's see what happens. I'm hoping that they can do something, they can push it through. But again, I'm just hoping that this whole thing in Middle East, hasn't had an effect. It doesn't have an effect, hopefully, right? Adverse effect, right? Delays and all that, and she needs to be here. This is her home, all right. How many times do I say that? 1,000, 50,000 times. In any case, so what do I want to talk about tonight? Is there anything I want to talk about tonight specifically? I think I beat the AI to death the other day, right? In my previous podcast. What is the other one that I wanted to talk about? But in any case, if I remember, then I'll talk about it. If I don't remember, then I'll just babble and I'll just talk shit, right? As I always do. So yeah, I gotta take it fucking easy this week. I'm gonna take it easy, and just focus on work. I have to get these fucking deadlines out, proposals, blah blah blah, right? But that's life. So what's okay? So again, I think I had to. This is like kind of my sort of like the prayer or whatever it is, right? Or my what do you call um, a check, right? Self check, is that what it is? Self check. as to what are the things that are bothering me, and what are the things that would make me happier, right? Obviously, uh, yeah, things that bother you and then the happiness, those are relative terms. I get it, but there are some things in life that should make us happy, right? Or to an extent, I'm not saying that you live in some sort of a fucking paradise in your mind, right? Unless you are on some fucking psychedelics all the time, right? And then you are living like a fucking shaman, is that what it is? Um, Speaking of which, the aliens. Oh yes, the aliens. Oh, ooh, my favorite topic, right? The fucking aliens. I'll talk about that later on. But as our technology is becoming more prevalent, right? More prevalent in our lives, right? Including the media. Now it's accessible to everyone. You can basically get on any fucking news. You can listen to news. You can watch news, right? As long as you have internet and some sort of a smartphone, right? Oh, speaking of which, this fucking phone that I have bought, right? The Google Pixel. I think I dropped it and it stopped working. Um, I mean, I have it here, and I took it to the repair shop, right? There's a repair shop on Newark Avenue, and the lady there, she was like, "Oh, did you drop it?" I'm like, "Probably, maybe." I'm like, "Yeah, looks like the LCD is broken." I'm like, "What?" And I don't know. I had to figure out. I had to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Probably just sell it on eBay, because she was telling me $150 for repair, right? And I'm not going to spend $150 to repair this unless I spend some time and do the repair myself, right? If I can replace the screen myself, because I've done that on one of the old iPhones. So Pixel shouldn't be complicated, right? Just for fun, if I do it, right? Oh no, wait, no. I ordered another phone. Actually, I'm sorry. I ordered another fucking cheap ones, one of these, right? But this is what I gotta do. I gotta get the fucking case. All right, I gotta get the fucking case, because the problem with these phones is that, especially these Android phones, I think their hardware is not as good as Apple's. You know, and so do I need two phones? Do I? Well, I had to talk to my wife, during daytime when I'm in my office. Then I get all these phone calls, right, from my clients, colleagues in the architectural, engineering, construction industry, right? And so I ordered another one actually, from like a cheap one from I think eBay, one of those. Fuck it, because I need this, because I need these two phones, because this one, again, without repeating myself, I use it for WhatsApp predominantly to talk to my wife, right? Although she doesn't want to talk to me for the next who knows how many days. That's fine. I love you. Um, yeah, it's just a fucking weekend. Long weekend actually. Long weekend. Too much fun. Too much fun. In any case, so the poor guy, he came up from Houston and then he got sick. Friend of mine, friend of ours, um, and he got sick, and it sucks to be on vacation and then you get sick. vacation, in a different place. While you want to enjoy your time, right? And then you get sick. That's not good, you know. But hey, what can you do if you're coming from Houston to a place like New Jersey, right, where the temperature difference is at least 40 degrees, right, between Houston and New Jersey. That's probably why. But in any case, he's big, and we had some good time. Actually, we had some good time. I just felt bad that I was just not in my fucking head, and I couldn't say like goodbye to him, And he bought me this like marker, like a golf marker, right? That you use the green, right? It has my first edition on it. It's really nice. So I thanked him for that, and I said, "Hi, man, I'm sorry. I apologize." But in any case, that's life, and how is the freaking my apartment's situation with mice? Because this is not a good thing. I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm assuming they're all fucking dead. I hope, right? I did some cooking tonight. It just sucks to like be by yourself, and then cooking is just it wasn't real cooking. I had that Korean, what is that, Korean or one of those like Asian, like like the frozen ones, chicken frozen dinners, right? So I made that, and that's what I had for dinner. You know what I like actually, as much as I don't like Whole Foods, I don't think I'll do my groceries from Whole Foods, the one that actually has open here near my office, right? I love their like buffet, And I used to go to the other buffets, the other grocery stores. They have buffets, right, for lunch. But Whole Foods, it's actually much better, to be honest with you. And they have a lot of like options, So that's what I go to for lunch. As much as Whole Foods is filled with all these liberal hippies, right? And no hating, sir. No, I'm not hating on anyone. If anything, people actually probably hit on me. No, sir. Let's just stick with the topics, right? Stick with the topics. What is it that you want to talk about, sir? Just the changing weather, means, am I gonna sound like an old lady who is affected too much by the fucking weather, right? Especially winter. Maybe. Maybe because, I've been here for too freaking long, 22 fucking years, Northeast. And you wish that you could actually move, for 3 months, right? Somewhere else, somewhere like warmer, I was actually looking up today, and the other day I was talking to my wife. We might actually end up somewhere in Turkey for 2 months. Who knows? I don't know yet. After all this, because I think the Anatolia part of Turkey, which is east of Istanbul, I think it still stays warm, like 13 degrees, 15, 14, 15 degrees, right? It's not like Caribbeans or one of those like beach towns, right? Down in South America or one of those, right? Where you can go down there and just like stay somewhere in Airbnb for like 2 months, 3 months, right? I don't want to stay out there for too long, but just to get away from the freaking weather, it's like New York weather. I don't want to jinx the fucking weather. At least I'm hoping that this year is still going to be a dry year without a lot of snow, right? I'm hoping. But who the fuck knows? Because I remember The year before, it was so much fucking snowing out here. I remember. I remember that freaking time, right? And yeah, end of 2021, like, and then 2021, 2022, January, February, right? I remember those fucking nights. Oh my freaking god! This was right after my sister's marriage, right? And my brother and his family had come here. My other sister too, right? But in any case, I'm just hoping a lot of like fucking wet weather. Wet weather up here is just like, you're surrounded by the ocean, right? And then the wet weather becomes like the snow becomes just like, okay, I get it. The first snow of the year, right? First snow of the season is good. You can have like a fucking white Christmas, right? Which is fine. But then after that, it just becomes a nuisance. It just becomes a fucking nuisance, especially, um, you have to drive, you have to walk, and it's like slush on the fucking roads, on the sidewalk, and you have to have like the fucking high boots, whatever it is, right? Your socks are wet. Oh my god. In any case, so the other thing that, well, a lot of things now are dependent on when my wife comes here, because I think if we can, after maybe a couple of years, right, after this apartment, then we can actually, hopefully, we can, we can move into some sort of like at least like a townhouse apartment, right, where we have the what do you call? We have the parking. Well, I have the parking here, but just like a detached, not an apartment, because it's like when I walk into my building, our building is nice, although it's fucking old, right? Again, without repeating myself, I should actually bought a freaking apartment on the other side, you know, towards the golf course, right? The PGA golf course. But in any case, listen. See, this is the other fucking problem that I have to say to myself. I have to remind myself. This is like this self check, right? Because I just like I go back into the fucking past, like in terms of like regrets and all that, right? And in regrets of, for example, why did I fucking buy this apartment? It's kind of noisy, right? Because of the Sims factory, and then I just like sort of like blame myself, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I made the decision, but hey, this is your first apartment you bought in the entire 22 years, sir. So it's okay. So in any case, I have to do this self check, and then I have to say to myself, hey man, listen, what's like every week I think I should do this. This should be kind of my prayer, right? That what's the like what is it that I mean, besides like what I have to do for work, what I have to like do for, let's say, my wife's visa and all that, right? What is it that I have to do for my well-being, right? Yeah, long weekend. Yeah, that was bad. All right. Uh, I shouldn't stay up too late, right? But yes, I shouldn't have done that. I should not do that in any circumstance, right? Agreed. Absolutely agreed. What's the other thing? What's the other thing is that, let me think. What's the other thing that actually kind of bothers me, besides the fucking weather, cold, I can't play golf now, all these kind of things that makes you depressed. Because I'm not a person who just like fucking stay in, make some coffee, make some like tea, have some, fucking, what do you call, snacks, and just watch a movie on a Sunday. I'm not that type of a guy. I'll watch a movie right before I go to bed, right? So that's my routine. And and so what really bothers me is like, okay, so now I think about the weekend now, right? Now I'm thinking about the weekend already, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the plan for the weekend, sir? All right, this weekend, right? This weekend I should actually take it fucking easy. Stay home, right? Uh, if anything, maybe grab a beer one of the nights, maybe Saturday with a friend of mine. That's it. Otherwise, you know. Um, but that whole like going out and having a beer and dinner. That's actually not the big issue. That's not that. But it's just that I want to do things, and I want to do things over the weekend. Go hiking, go play golf. But now because of the fucking weather, our mobility is limited. That's the whole fucking thing, right? Oh, you could say, oh, just bundle up, wear fucking jackets and this and that, and just go walk and whatever you want to do, sir. That's not fun. It's not fun. People do that. Uh, that indoor place in Hoboken, right, with the games. Uh, there's one possibility that I would want to do, but I think this weekend I should just like stay home and just focus on work. But here's the thing, right? So if your whole life, not whole life, sir, but like let's say that you are this week I'm just working like let's say four plus, sir. Well, yesterday I worked last night few hours, and and then I'm working let's say Saturday as well, right? And 5 days, right? Sunday a couple of hours I'm working, right? And then um, what is it that I'm looking forward to, right? What is it that I'm looking forward to? What is it that you look forward to, right? At the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, or vacation, or your, I don't know, something, right? We got to look forward to something. So, unfortunately, us human beings, especially in the Western world, you know, it's not a lot of socialization, with other human beings because it's kind of individualistic. As opposed to, for example, if I were in mountain, right, every week probably I'll be with family or with like my cousins or friends, right? Every other week or every other weekend, right? At least. But in any case, I'm not saying that I'm desperate to like not like be at my own, but yeah, somehow I think I have done this for too fucking long that I feel like I just need to like do things that I like to do. How about your private pilot license, sir? Oh Jesus. For that I need money. um and me and my wife, we bought this land up in the mountains, and so we used our savings there, and hopefully we're going to do some construction up there, starting next year if you can save some more money. But let's see what happens, right? I just all again, it just this whole thing is just like it has like half of the time, at least not half the time, at least one third of the time, I think about when her interview is going to be scheduled and when this and that, right? And I was talking to another friend of mine yesterday, and his kids are coming, so I'm glad, I'm glad for him. Well, no, his kids are not all of his kids. His male kids didn't get the without giving all the information. But in any case, so this is the other fucking problem, right? Oh, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. But it's just that isn't that also kind of discrimination against like males? I get it that it's Pakistan and all that, right? But it's a whole family. And his wife and his kid got his daughter actually got it, but his two sons didn't, right? Which kind of sucks. And he was kind of like sort of disappointed. If I were him, I would be disappointed too. I'm already disappointed, and it just gives me fucking sort of depression. Especially, what I was told in the beginning. Yeah, then if you talk to my wife, she'll say, "Oh, why don't you do another visa?" Well, that's not what my lawyer told me. Even before our engagement, I spoke to her, right? Yeah, that's the mistake I made. But in any case, all right, I don't want to talk about that because it is what it is. I'm doing my best. She's doing her best. Just that I don't have fucking patience. She does, right? But there's nothing else we can do, right? At this point in time, except waiting, all right? So I jumped from one fucking topic to the other. It's unfucking believable, right? So what I'm saying is that I'm already thinking about the fucking weekend. What am I going to do? Am I going to go to my sister's place? I have no idea. I haven't talked to her in a while. Because I was pissed at her and my brother-in-law, the way they dealt my brothers, whatever. They became his counselors, marriage counselors. I don't want to disclose whatever, right? But I don't know. I just don't fucking know. Maybe I just, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I was thinking, again, for example, if it's 50 degrees on Saturday, right? 50 degrees on Saturday, then I could possibly play golf again, right? What else can I do? What else? Okay, so I was talking to some guy, some young guy actually the other day. Was that Sunday? Yeah. And he was in construction, right? And I was talking to him about, and the reason why is that I think especially young people, right? All of you out there. I understand people who are in mountains in Pakistan, up there in Hunza, right? There's not a lot of opportunities up there, right? But here in the United States, obviously, and it's not easy here either, to be honest with you. If you want to change your career because like you want to pursue your dream, right? You want to pursue your dream. That means that you could do a career suicide. For example, you could say that what I want to be a musician. Fuck this construction. I'm just doing this to pay the bills, right? Yeah, you could say that. Or actually that kid was actually telling me that I asked him. So I asked him what was his. Hey man, so what's your dream like? I understand. You work on these good, big and really good construction projects as a construction manager. But in your dream, what would be your dream job? Would this be your dream job? He's like, no. Oh, I still make music on the side, and I would rather be a musician. He said. Now, here's the thing about being a musician or actor, right? Yeah, you could be really good looking and whether you're a man or woman, and then and then you have actually studied theater. If you have studied theater, or if you've studied to become a chef, that's a different story, all right? But if you haven't had any of those experiences, any of those you know, uh, like you know, skills in your bag of, what do you call the career life, right? It becomes hard. Becomes hard because I think most of the actors, musicians probably not, but most of the actors actually they did start with like fucking acting at an early age. Musicians also probably, right? So I was asking him, and then he said this is what he wanted. This is exactly what he want to do, and I'm like, man, you're right. I actually tried to fuck around with music back in the days, right? When I was in my 30s, living in Brooklyn, where half of the population, at least 60% of the population, right? Not the population, but the outsiders and the ones who are living in fucking Brooklyn, that area, right? Artists. They were either artists or musicians or chefs, right, or comedians. Comedy is what I should have pursued, to be honest with you. Acting probably not. Comedy, yes. But I'm just like at a point in my life where where I'm just too fucking old to change my careers. You know, unless some opportunity comes, and then if I come across some opportunity where it's comedy, although I think I can still like go up with a fucking open mic and do some comedy, right? But the problem is that there are no fucking open mics here in Jersey City. There's the fucking Dorians, right? That bar that sometimes me and a friend of mine we go to. They have a comedy show there, but they don't do the open mics, right? Or they bring in comedians. So and I don't know. I just feel so old and like yeah. These are the regrets of life, and then many of you, especially young ones, might feel. If you feel that now, I don't know. I don't know. Um, could you change the careers? You could go to, for example, I don't know. I mean, it's the call of your heart, right? It's the call of your heart, right? It's the call of your heart. What is that fucking Scorpions song? So at this point in time, I just have to accept my life as is, right? Sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe I am the fucking leader of this whole fucking ship of this fucking universe, whatever the fuck it is, right? Or I have these thoughts in my head that maybe I can still start writing something, right? And writing is not easy. What am I going to write? Oh, so that kid, right? So he asked me the same question, right? In return, hey man, so what would you do if you were not an engineer? Like if you were to change careers, and then you didn't have to worry about money, right? And you could actually make enough money, right? Off that career that you like, you enjoy, right? It's not that I don't enjoy, what I do, engineering. But yeah, it's not an easy, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy job. I mean, it's a lot of like maths and science, and that's what I studied, which is fine, right? So on the side, I think I have to actually come up with some sort of an alternate fucking which we call hobby. I mean, golf. Now I can't do golf, so maybe I should just find like a fucking open mic. Maybe open mic. I mean, I can just go up there talk shit, right? What's going to happen? What's worse? Oh, nobody's going to laugh. Okay, so then it's only 5 minutes, so I'll just talk shit, and if nobody laughs, then who cares? I'll try again, right? I'll try again. Hopefully, I can become better next time, right? So I told him when he asked me what would I do at this point in time, I said I could probably become a writer, and I could probably write science fiction, you know, because I have become fascinated with some of the science fiction writers. Uh, you know, who is that King? Um, and then Philip K. Dick, best science fiction writers, um, writers of all time. So Carl Sagan, but Carl Sagan he's an astronomer. He's not a science fiction writer, I think. But who are the best science fiction writer? Stephen King is right. Stephen King, he's one of them, right? And science fiction. Did I say science writers or did I say science fiction writers or science fiction? Sorry, science fiction writers of all time. So Arthur C. Clarke, Frank Herbert, obviously Philip K. Dick is there, right? Who are the ones that I actually know? The ones that I know. There's a lot of them. Holy shit. I don't know. Like, what kind of science fiction? Because science fiction, I think it's also a broad genre. If I want to like start writing something, right? Huxley is there. Holy shit. But don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that doesn't mean the H.G. Wells. Obviously, H.G. Wells is one of the big ones, right? Don't get me wrong that I'm going to start writing science fiction right after this winter. No, but I think I have some ideas. Right, I have some fucking ideas. So if I have a lot of time that I have free, at my own, while I'm talking to these fucking walls, I'm talking to this fucking furniture, right? So maybe I can start writing something about talking to walls and talking to furniture, right? So Tuesday night, and I mean, I don't want to go on and on about my fucking podcast because obviously I have to. I want to get some fucking sleep. Get up early, actually. I have to get into the habit of like going to sleep early, and that has been my biggest problem for years. Can you believe that? Years and years and years and years since I came here, actually. Since I came to America, and I had a big problem sleeping. In the beginning, I just couldn't fucking sleep. And when I was in the school here, right? I went to school here, and I just couldn't fucking sleep. It was becoming a problem for me. But in any case, it wasn't a problem for me when I was young. When I was young, even when I was like in my like late 20s, right before I came here, I could sleep. I could go to sleep like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, right, and then get up around like 7 or 8, right, and then start my day because I was working for other companies at that time, right? But then it just became a fucking problem for me. I guess because the change of environment and the whole thing, right? And then I think it's the solitude. It's just the fucking solitude, and then not being with a proper being in a proper relationship at that time. So all that the whole thing that they just screwed up. And then the weekend, going back in the days, going into the city, right? And then just staying up late weekends, right? When I was in my like late 20s, early 30s, right? And then that just fucking screwed up my fucking the whole thing because I came here late. I came to this country late. So in any case, um, I'm gonna try to get some sleep early tonight. Hopefully, it's 11 o'clock, right? So if I can get into the dream state, right? The dream fucking state by, let's say, 12:30, 1 o'clock, right? Then I'm good. I'm good. Now, is there anything else I want to talk? Oh yeah, okay. So the aliens, right? Okay, aliens. I think I not talk about the fucking aliens before? Here's the here's the take, right? Here's the take, and that take is that actually I was listening to this guy David, person named Gersh, who was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Apparently, he was actually in front of the fucking Senate or Congress, right? And he was trying to make a case that U.S. government is actually hiding something in terms of like, they are aliens, they're ships that came, but somehow something is being hidden, which I don't believe. No physical aliens have ever fucking visited us. All right, and you can't just fucking just like in fucking Star Trek, right? You can't just have a ship appear all of a sudden, right? And my theory, obviously not. It's not a theory. I think it's more practical than anything. Is that it's impossible, almost impossible, for aliens to visit us because of the distances, right? I think didn't I say that? Because of the distances. So this whole craze that maybe they're already here. No, nobody's here. I don't think the United States government actually is hiding anything. All right, or whatever DARPA, whatever their programs are. I don't think so. It's all fucking like these conspiracy theorists, right? These fucking conspiracy theorists or whatever. Maybe they are on fucking some SSRIs or whatever the fuck it is, right? They think that, you know what? There's a way for these aliens to come here through other dimensions, right? Higher dimensions. Well, how is that possible? How? Again, higher dimensions. There's no such thing as, for us, the concept of higher dimensions, for our brain, the concept of higher dimension, a dimension higher than three-dimensional space, right? Length, width, height. Our brain cannot perceive it. All right. Even when you take a really strong psychedelic, I don't think you feel like you are in a higher dimension. You just feel like you're in an alternate universe, which is not a higher dimension. Right. I think, however, the question then becomes, let's assume that, okay, so somehow they found the higher dimensions, right? The aliens have somehow found the higher dimensions. No, I'm not denying the higher dimension. Higher dimensions do exist, can exist, right? According to science and myths, right? Physics and myths, and and uh, and let's assume that these fucking aliens from another planet, right? They're advanced. They're, let's say, 1,000 years advanced than us, right? How did they actually? How did they actually get into those fucking? How? Because any planet, any alien planet has to have physical life, all right? It cannot just be a fucking vacuum, right? Oh shit, you go to fucking Mars and it's like, oh shit, we can't find anything here. Maybe it's hidden somewhere in some other fucking dimension or somewhere. No. It doesn't work that way. This universe doesn't work that way. This universe is at least 6% physical universe. I get it. 96% is not visible to light, and electromagnetic spectrum cannot detect it. I get it, but I don't think that actually dark matter, dark energy, has any influence on our personal perceptual life. Our brain, our minds are not. Our minds are not affected by that. That's what I'm trying to say. So that means that you have to have some sort of a physical body, right? And that you have to transport through whatever means. I mean, you can transport. I think you can transport, do the transportation. If not physically, I think you can go somewhere, right? But even in order to go somewhere, not physically, but let's say that you want to send a signal, whatever phone, right? Whatever you want to call fucking Alpha Centauri, right? And then you can be there on the alien's phone, right? Even for that, you have to somehow be communicating, right? Be communicating through some means. And this is also a physical means, right? So internet and all electromagnetic waves and all this, right? Because we still have the space and we still have the atmosphere, whatever, right? You get my point. So saying that, oh, you don't need any physical in this fucking, what do you call the access to the higher dimension doesn't need a fucking physical being, means that somehow you don't even need a signal from the phone to send it to planet Earth. Like if I were a being, let's say Alpha Centauri or let's say a farther planet, Alpha Centauri does not have any planet that has any fucking life on it. That we know for sure, because that's only 4 million. That's only 4 light years away from here, about 4, right? You can get there with speed of light in 4 years, basically, right? So, what am I? Okay, so people who are claiming that they have seen these fucking saucers and something that government is hiding, and there's some program which is like the extra fucking like secret, right? That none of these fucking senators or congressmen or women, right? No, that's all fucking bullshit. I don't think so. You could not hide a program like that from public or from the government, So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. It's all fucking hoax. It's all fucking conspiracy theories. It's all fucking, like somebody is trying to, somehow they woke up and maybe they saw something in their own fucking head or whatever. You can hallucinate. You can hallucinate, right? On many levels. I mean, hallucinations are real, right? That doesn't mean that those hallucinations are like these entities from other fucking universes which are here, right? No. Those are just like images that your brain generates when you're hallucinating, right? That's what it is. So I think that's my take on the aliens and what we think and what we actually believe. Many of you out there believe that, oh, the aliens are here. No, they're not. They never visit us. I mean, I said something about the Egyptian pyramids, right? Oh, maybe there's a ship down there. Maybe they visited us and they hit a ship down there. That's why they built this fucking giant, what do you call the pyramids, right? So nobody could get into the ground where the ships are, right? Which I don't fucking believe. Obviously, I'm just like, this is my science fiction. Right? See that? I can start a fucking novel on that, can't I? Alien ships under Egyptian pyramid, right? And they're the ones who started the fucking civilization. There are actually people who believe in that. They say that, oh, you know what? The language actually came to us after or during that time in the beginning of the establishment of the civilization, right? Now, I don't believe in that either. No. Nobody has come here. We are alone as far as we know. You could say that by statistics, the way our planet is, revolving around sun, and given the gazillion fucking planets, yeah, there's a possibility. There is a lot of possibility that there are civilizations like ours. But I think they are as fucking, what do you call, at basic level as ours, right? We just had internet for fucking 40 years. What are you talking about, huh? Humans. So I'm just saying that because it sounds like fun, right? To talk about like, oh, aliens, oh shit, there's some fucking ship somewhere, right? There's no ship. There are no aliens. There's no signals from anywhere on the outer galaxy, outer fucking, interstellar space we never received. All right, and this theory, okay. So this is the biggest theory where which I now sort of laugh at when people say, you know what it is? They're watching us. They're watching us as if we watched the some subgenre of our own, like fucking animal species, right? Like, oh, they're watching us. What? Who's watching us? What? Yeah, that's the worst one. That's the fucking worst one. They can't get here. Simple as that. They can't get here because of the fucking distances. It's how are they fucking watching us? You can't send a signal from 100 million light year distance, and then you basically say, oh, we're watching these humanoid monkeys who have just gotten control of internet and the fucking whatever the hell it is, right? The fucking AI and whatnot, right? I don't believe so. I don't believe that anybody is watching us. There's no higher intelligent beings who are watching us, without letting us know. No, that's impossible. Without being caught. Let me say that, right? Well, first of all, again, this point is even mute. This fucking point is even mute because, again, without repeating myself, how can they fucking watch us? Nobody's here. Do they have cameras here? Do they have fucking do they have something set up on the fucking moon that actually watches us, or some fucking satellites? No. Impossible. All right? Impossible. So saying that, oh, you know what? We are not advanced enough, so they're not interested in us. Oh, really? Ah, my fucking. This is the worst. Like kind of like the belief. It has become a belief actually more than like fucking conspiracy theory. Right? One conspiracy theory is that, well, you know what? Area 51 had this program where they were testing these fucking saucers, and they had probably gotten hold of a fucking physical alien, right? That's a conspiracy theory. But saying that, they're not interested in us, they're just watching us. How? How? There you go. That's my fucking comedy routine, right? Um, so it's already 11:21. So that's my take on the fucking aliens, which have never visited us. They're not here. And they're not watching us either. All right, because they're not here. They can't watch us. Simple as that. So with that said, I'm going to close out my podcast. I assume you all are having a great week after the long weekend of Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you all next week.